Whoa! What's up, guys? So, as I think you can already tell, we're feeling a lot better today. Ate some good food yesterday, some decent food the day before. Eating like a champ today. My metabolism has been on fire, which is just fantastic. Chest the other day, as you saw, went really well. It felt great. And I'm excited to be back in the gym, killing it again. You know, we're slowly bringing the weight back up. But I took some time. I rewrote my whole nutrition program. I wrote down my whole, supplement program, things like that. My training protocol I didn't really touch because I really like where it is and how it operates. And there was nothing wrong with it. So, training protocol stayed the same, but tweaked my diet a little bit. Sort of cleaned up some of the junk food that was in there and replaced it with quality carbs, if you will. One of the biggest things was I was eating 4 of those, like, peanut butter jelly Uncrustable sandwiches a day. And don't get me wrong, they're good. They're really good. But right before I was getting sick, like the tail end of me feeling healthy, getting a little under the weather, I noticed I wasn't, as weird as it sounds, I wasn't able to finish them. Like my body was rejecting them or something a little bit, because I've always eaten super clean. My body loves clean food. It breaks it down, no problem. Everything's fine. And I can eat some junk and feel totally fine, nothing. But I think when I was giving my body consistent garbage food like that, 7 days a week, and it was like 1,000 calories worth of crappy peanut butter jelly sandwiches a day, to where it finally said, like, you know what? We're done. Stop that. Now, did it contribute to me getting sick? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is they're out of the diet now. And I might have one here and there. That's not saying I won't. But as far as a staple calorie for my program and a staple carbohydrate I was kind of leaning on a little bit because I was being a little lazy, it's out. So here's my program right now. We're on about 400 grams of protein a day. Technically like 530 carbs a day. And 100 grams of fat. That's like my clean food training protocol. Over 4,500 calories, not quite 4,500. I'm sorry, over 4,500 calories, not quite 5,000 calories yet. But it gives me a little bit of leeway, since I'm in a bulk, to hit that 5,000 mark with fun food, right? So, for example, because my throat's been so bad, and it's still not perfect by any means, but eating became more of like an annoying inconvenience pain-wise. When I was at the peak of it, it was like eating glass, or drinking water was like drinking glass. It just it was brutal. Blech. It was brutal. So I'll take slight minor inconvenience over excruciating pain, But that leaves me room, about 500 calories worth of room, give or take. I'm not putting a cap on it by any means, but more like a 500 calorie range to hit the 5,000 mark, if you will. Which, knowing me, that's like my bacon, egg, and cheese, or a little sweet treat here and there area to play in, The other night, I went to a coffee shop with my girl, and there's no way I was going to be able to drink coffee because it would have been way too acidic on my throat, and it was late anyway, so I knew a cup of coffee was going to help me sleep. It was going to keep me up and hurt, so, forgot about it. But I got a hot chocolate while I was there. Whole milk, right? Whole proper milk like a person's supposed to drink. Like a dark chocolate in there and like some sweeteners and stuff, and ooh, it was good. It was good. That was a good call for John. That was nice. And it was basically a cup of milk with chocolate in there. And so you really can't go wrong. But I'm looking forward to really being able to go all in. Excuse me. On everything again, training-wise. I was handicapped for a while, and that it just sucks, man. But like I said, body's feeling good. That looks dangerous on that truck. It was like a Mack truck with something kind of holding the rim in place, which was wiggling around a lot, but not near him anymore, so that's all that matters. But yeah, body's feeling good. Appetite's been better. Drinking water, hanging in there, and just, slowly feeling back to normal. I'm almost there. Almost there. So, training-wise today, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to go in there, we're going to warm the shoulder up a little bit. Just some, minor accessory moves. Go into some upright rows, some heavy laterals, rear delt pull downs, go into some shrugs. Follow that with a press of some kind. There was a press machine that I kind of liked the other day. I was playing with it. So we're probably going to incorporate that toward the end of my workout, because heavy presses don't really agree too well with my shoulder. In general, they really never have. But in general, from there, do reverse pitches to work on the rotator cuff. Pose, stretch, get out of there, and go eat something, Grocery store, we're there every day. But above all else, you gotta eat that freaking food, man. Real food is what makes you grow. I can't express it enough. I have supplement sponsors and this, that, and the next thing, but supplements help you. They're a supplement, right? Me, my all black everything, I take that pre-workout, I take the pumping agent, I take that creatine before every workout, no matter what. And it makes a huge difference in my gains, makes a huge difference in my overall training. But, my friends, you can't live on pre-workout. I've tried, but it won't put any muscle on you. So, for me, like I said, Ape Nation, all black everything, baby. I think I have the Tiger's Blood. Yeah, I have one of the Tiger's Blood pre-workouts, the other regular pumping agent, and the unflavored creatine. The reason I go unflavored is because I put it in a couple things throughout the day. So like if I drink my egg whites, I pour them in there. If I drink my pre-workout, I pour it in there. I don't want it to be some weird, wacky flavor that doesn't agree with the flavor of something else I'm drinking. So for me, when in doubt, unflavored's the way to go. Even like my intra-workout drink, I'll put 5 grams of creatine in there. It works great for me. But I digress on that. Pre-workout's important, but if you don't do what you're supposed to do with the pre-workout, you get nothing out of it, man. You get nothing out of it, right? You have, let's just say, 13-year-old kids, right? Abusing pre-workout. And if this is you guys, not making fun of you, because I've been there too, but listen well. You have kids that are 13-something years old taking pre-workout, taking far too much of it. But you're not eating. Man, will the pre-workout help you in the gym after a long day of school? Hell yeah. Absolutely. I've been there. I took plenty of my pre-workouts back in the day. But if you're not eating, it's not going to do a thing for you. I remember my senior year of high school, and I was working out serious before then, but I didn't really, I didn't learn enough about the diet yet. I thought I did, and it wasn't bad, but I was drinking protein shakes, stuff like that, but it was nothing even remotely close to what it is now, or compared to what I was doing senior year. But my senior year in high school, man, I was bringing meals to classes. I'll never forget. I was eating ground turkey and those like bird's eye mixed vegetable packs with like the carrots, the corn, and the green beans. In the middle, I would just whip it out in the middle of class. Just mealtime. And I use the same excuse I use to this day. I'm like, oh, it's a medical condition. I have to. I can't do anything about it. I went to a movie the other day with my cooler bag. My cooler bag has got my full of food, this, that, and the next thing. And you walk into the movies where people are like, oh my God, you can't bring anything. You gotta sneak candy in your shirt, right? Man, you can do whatever you want in this world if you do it with confidence. I walked in there with a meal bag on my side, strapped across me. There was a Karen behind me. She goes, oh my God, it looks like he's going to the beach. It looks like he's going to the beach. I look back at her, smile. But you can't engage these people. They're miserable, They're miserable all day. They're upset that you're having a good time. And I think she just wanted my steak. I think she just wanted the red meat, the beef that I brought with me. And I can't blame her, But here's a tip. Tip for you guys. If you ever need to bring food with you somewhere for your meals into a place, if you ever need to bring food with you somewhere into a place that does not allow outside food or drink, bring it with you anyway. Say it's a medical condition. That's it. Legally, they can't ask you. If they do, tell them straight up, legally you can't ask, but, I have like hypotension, hypertension, or I have, not hypertension, I'm sorry, I go hypoglycemic, meaning like I need a certain food at certain times. Basically diabetes. Meanwhile, they're not supposed to ask anyway, and usually if you're not a dick about it, they don't care. When I brought my cooler bag to the movies, nobody said a thing. You see a 200-something pound bodybuilder walking in there with a cooler bag, and I go, it's a medical condition. They're like, really, dude? But if you walk in, say, hey, how are you? You're nice, you're polite, you're friendly to people, they don't care. And don't get me wrong, I bought a little thing of candy anyway. So, they made their money on me. They're happy. They don't care. But, what are you going to do, man, But, I think that's all I got for you guys right now. So we'll be there shortly. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. And I'll see you inside. going on, guys? The mic's on, all right. Whew. Shoulder day is finished. We're still about 10 pounds lighter than our peak before we got sick. I got my buddy Michael, he's in the corner. He's still hitting his poses. He's fucking shredded up right now. But even though I'm not as big as I want to be right now, or as big as I should be, we're all about total transparency here. So we're going to see what we look like, even though we're nowhere near where we should be. Give me 1 second. I appreciate it, brother. Okay. Yeah, we're still lean in shape. But even with a shoulder pump right now, you know, you can see they went down quite a bit. I'm pretty sure I lost 10 pounds on my fucking shoulders. Leggies.
Oh, you have big legs too, damn.
Thank you. I'm trying, man. Thank you. This is one of my favorite poses.
It looks really good on you.
Ooh. Whew. What's funny is I can start to see, because when I was sick, right? Oh, look how shredded this motherfucker is.
Hey, do it front double. I want to see that difference in how big your arms are.
Oh.
Your arms are massive.
My arms are actually not that great.
Bro, your arms are massive. Your arms are...
You know what's funny is they're my weakest point for sure. This is my favorite pose.
Am I doing this properly?
Yeah, but you're a little pinch too high. You can pinch a little bit lower. Yeah. And some people look better if they flex the pecs. Like when you flex your pecs, it looks solid. When I flex my pecs, it looks a little silly.
No, it looks like I'm scrunched in my leg. Dude, you are... I'm going to see my side chest.
Appreciate it, brother.
This isn't... I'm not really the best poser.
You gotta learn. So with the posing for you, drop this arm a little bit, right? Because you have abs, so why cover them up, right? Good. That's nice and tight. You look good, man. You look fucking great.
Well, I want to compete when I'm older.
You will. You're gonna do well.
I have to join.
Fuck yeah, you do. Absolutely. But one of the funniest things is, since I just started training again, since I was like sick,
Yeah.
yesterday, well, he says rest day, but the day prior to that was my first chest day back. So I haven't worked out in a full week. It's like my chest has some life back in again. My shoulders now have some life back in again. My legs are still flat as shit because I haven't trained them since I haven't been eating or anything. Arms are still flat as shit. They're down like an inch.
Really?
Just about, give or take.
Your arms are like 19 flat?
Yeah, give or take. Something like that. But,
I need to get...
look at how lean this motherfucker is. Good shit.
I don't know what to do. There's a pose for this, right? Like for...
So that's an abdominal and thigh shot.
Really?
So ordinarily, when you're competing, not as a pro, they want you to hit one leg. Just crunch down. When you're in the pro and you need to do it, yeah. But when you're just starting out, when you're an amateur, they don't want to see any of the fancy stuff. Unless you're in your posing routine, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But when it's like, do your mandatories, do your not front double, do your abdominal thighs,
So they
right?
don't want to see anything fancy for
No, they just want to see, do your shot.
Perfectly go.
Right. What was funny is that was one of the biggest problems with Kai Green, where even during the mandatories, he would always do his fancy little things, and they're like, Kai, fucking knock it off. Like, do your mandatories, and you can save all that for the routine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, that's about it. So,
Dude, yeah, you... What's your favorite pose you think for you?
my front lat spread.
Really?
I love it mainly because I open up well, I'm full, I'm solid, and it's also a pretty weak pose for a lot of people, to be frank.
Yeah.
So for me, I have some density.
I see that because when I do my front,
Yeah.
I don't see like there's not as much like separation as you see.
Yeah.
You have like and your arms are big. Like,
Thank
you
you.
need big arms for a front aspect.
Yeah, 100%. But more importantly, you need some fucking hanging lats.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the like the actual shoulder up here to have the lat hang out, because yours hang out really well. You just need some more time. You need some more size on them.
Yeah, I need 2 more years of developing.
Yeah, but when I do a front double like this, you can see there's some three-dimensionality to it.
Yeah.
You can see they're a little
When you put your arm
round.
up, like, you don't see,
Right,
your
there's
shit
this thickness here.
Yeah, I don't have
It's not like lat, it's
Yeah.
fucking
you can
lat.
grip it.
Yeah,
with your- yeah.
because that takes time. Density takes a very long time to build, and
Well, that's,
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people my age, you see them compete and they like lose all their muscle because
yeah,
at I don't actually have like the muscle to
Mhm.
actually do a competition.
you have more than you realize because of how lean you are. So what'll happen is a lot of people your age will put some muscle on. They'll also be a little bit chunky. They'll be fatter than I am, and then on top of that, they'll diet down extreme, and they're burning off very immature muscle because you're young, so you haven't had the muscle there for a very long time.
That's what it is.
The older you get, the harder you train, the longer you train, and the less you diet it away.
Yeah.
You just get dense, mature, grainy muscle.
Yeah.
You get Dorian Yates muscle, where he was just a thick ball of grainy maturity, That's hard to diet away.
That's why I don't know if you ever watched that guy Anthony Mantella. Have you ever seen him? He's been trying to get
No.
since he was 17. He
I haven't.
finally got it 4 years later, but that's because he competed every year. And
Yeah.
You build muscle and it go away immediately.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to take that year off to allow yourself to build the muscle mass.
That's what happened to my buddy.
Yeah.
He messed up his first prep.
Okay.
Him and his coach fucked his prep up.
Yeah, we don't
He
need.
messed up a little bit,
Yeah,
too.
no names. Yeah.
And he lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks.
Fuck,
He
Jesus
was
Christ.
190 one time because he was on stage at 170. And then
Oh my
the
God.
following year he was 193.
Yeah.
But his coach and him, they both messed up a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, of course. It's never one or the other.
He learned it was I have immature muscle. It just flew off. Dude, if you
Yep.
can lose 30 pounds or 20
Mhm.
pounds in 3 weeks or whatever you lost, it's like
It
that
falls
muscle
off.
wasn't there in the first place.
100%. It was That's why it's immature muscle versus mature muscle.
Yeah.
That's why if you look at any contractor
Yeah.
that's in his 50s, and he works out kinda,
Yeah.
he'll out bench both of us combined.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
And he's never seen the inside of a gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those guys,
But-
you do construction before?
No, it's just a stereotype. You just know it.
Yeah.
They're just fucking
Those
oxes of
construction
people.
guys are ridiculous.
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Like, those, especially I've met this 1-6-year-old dude and
Mhm.
that worked the fuck out of me.
Dude, they always do.
I know.
It's insane.
What
What's
is this post?
well,
That's a
real
nice
quick.
post.
Your boy posts on social media a lot, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Shout him out.
Anton Swole.
Anton Swole. All right. But what pose are you asking about?
Here, this is this one. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I show you.
Yeah, you showed me him. Yeah.
This one? What is this called?
So when you're a classic bodybuilder, so what he's showing is this, right? This. So essentially, they would call favorite classic pose. That's the classic physique version of most musculars. You go like this, you hit a crab shot, or one of these, something like that. That's their version of the most muscular. Just favorite classic pose. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise-
you said you have a podcast too.
I had one for a very long time.
Really?
It was called The Voice and Rizzles. I ran it with my buddy Nicky Rizzo. He runs Rizzology podcast now, and we're actually bringing The Voice and Rizzles back probably within the next 2 weeks or so, give or take. We ran it forever, and we had sponsorships coming on board slowly but surely. Once COVID hit, we had a hard time getting guests in. So we just kind of shut the podcast down for a little bit. Tried to pick it up again, didn't have the momentum it once did. And then before AI came around to make podcasting, editing a lot easier, it would take either one of us like 6 hours to edit a podcast.
Really?
It's not that we were clipping anything or changing anything. It's like when I was speaking, I'd snap the camera to me. When you're speaking, I'd snap the camera to you back and forth. And we'd essentially watch our own episode in slow motion for 6 hours, because our episodes are 2.5, 3 hours long.
Yeah.
So it would be like click, 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 click,
Yeah.
going crazy.
Actually, I do marketing for my job and stuff, and
Okay.
I have to go through PDFs, and it makes my job so much easier.
Dude, exactly.
Actually, I like my boss gave me like 30 hours work to do, and I did 20 minutes, and then for the rest of the
Don't tell him.
exactly.
You didn't, boss, you didn't see it. But you know what? Whew, that's a great pose. Fuck yeah, man.
I want to fucking get
You're gonna do something.
You, dude.
You're gonna do something good in this industry. I'm excited to see it.
Really?
Absolutely. You can see it. The stones are right here. You know what I mean? You're not some 20-year-old kid that weighs $120. You know what I mean? You have the muscle, you have the frame, you have the mentality, and I just saw you train out there. You train like a fucking animal,
Yeah.
which is all that matters. Take
Well,
that.
Allison was asking a bunch of questions. Like, I want
Yeah, and he's got great education, right? But on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for a big ass big boy leg day. Take care, and that's Michael, by the way.
Hey.